welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, and welcome to my channel. This is Rebecca speaking, and we are going to talk about our hashtag ayearathon wrap up, which was middle grades, which we read middle grades last week, because today is Tuesday. So yeah, last week. So the first book I read was Changeling. This is by Delta Sherman. I am going to do a review on it. This one I rated 5 out of 5. It's about a girl named Neff and takes place in New York. And what I really like about this book is how it's just really good. It's obviously about a bunch of It's about a girl who's a changeling, and she was stolen from her house at 8 years old. 8 years old, and she got stolen, and she lives in the changeling world, which is the New York in between. It takes place in New York, and it has an alternate, I guess an alternate reality type stuff. So New York between is where all the fairies live in the different buildings. And so instead of like fairies, like they have the domains, and they're different domains, and there's different types of fairies that live there. And this one's really interesting, and I really liked it. I rated this one 5 out of 5. Yeah, really good. And then I also read the sequel, which I rated 4 out of 5. This one's a continuation of the first book. Although the sequel it was harder to get into, and stuff. And, yeah. And I will be doing a full review on these. Then the last book I read was, the next book I read was Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry, and this one was really interesting. It takes place within a world. It's about this girl named Kira, and she's kind of got a disability, like a physical disability. She's got a twisted leg, and she can't really walk very well. And so this is in a world it's a poor world where people, they're just poor, and they don't, like they have to work for their money and stuff, and work for food and stuff, but there is a higher society that's kind of ruling over them too. But it's not like the Hunger Games at all, but it's, I kind of get that idea of it, because there is a higher power. But these higher powers take children who are artistic in nature, but not only artistic in nature, but have gifts and have abilities. So Kira gets taken by the higher power, which is the Council of the Guardians, and she gets taken, and they learn some really interesting secrets and stuff at the end of the book. The end of the book is where it gets really good, and that's why I rated it 3 out of 5, because this one was originally rated 2 out of 5. While I was reading it, because I felt like the story was really slow, and it wasn't. It's not that it wasn't good. It was just like really slow. Like, there was a lot of training on her, learning the dyes and the colors, and how to work with the sewing, and how to work with her hands. And there was some of the story with her friend that she meets in the Council of the Guardians place when she gets trapped. There's also another side story about a little girl who gets is placed in a room by herself, and she's like 3 years old, and she's not allowed out of it. And there's some other like stories about like the beasts. Like Kira was told that her father was killed by a beast, and there's a big thing about that, which I thought I already knew what it was all the way about that, because it's just like, this pop, I don't know, just, but so I did rate this a 3 out of 5, and that's it. Then I also started a little bit of The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. I have it with me, but it's under piles of books right now. And I am currently reading that one. That one's pretty good. To me, it's like a 3 right now, because it's totally like Alice in Wonderland like, except it's a little bit different than, it's got Alice in Wonderland and the Wizard of Oz kind of combined. The main character doesn't really have, like, she's not really headstrong, I don't think. She doesn't like pursue things very well from my point of view, and I don't know if it's a good thing right now or a bad thing, but I really do like the other characters, like some of the characters that travel with her and their sarcastic humor. Overall, I have read a total of 778 pages, which is lower than my count of the booktubeathon. I wanted to get higher, but this is all I finished, since I read like half the book every day, like, half the book and then finish the other half the book, finish, so, you're not going to finish, like, 7 books, but I really enjoyed, most of these, and actually all of them, and yes, and, um, and that is it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Also, if you participated in the ayearathon, what books did you read, and what books did you enjoy, and all that jazz, tell me down below. And have a great day. Bye!